Hi. I won't keep us on chatting for long since we're starting an hour late today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Dee Dee, it's Diana. How's it going? Hi, Ranger. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Excuse me. Afternoon. I guess we could call 8 p.m. afternoon. How art thou, madame? Pretty good. Just got groceries delivered. I've had grocery delivery like 3 days in a row. I keep forgetting stuff. Oh, it's not afternoon anymore. The day flew by. I mean, to be fair, once everything gets dark. How can you tell? Konnichiwa. Hi. Ming. No, Tsubaki. Sorry. I immediately whacked my elbow on my desk. I self-punished myself for saying the wrong name. Happy Friday. I guess depending on how your work schedule is, Tuesday could be a Friday. Not everyone gets the weekend off after all. But yeah, today was good. Lots of napping. Did some good cleaning. Developed Friday philia recently. I don't think I even want to know. Convinced myself that every day was Friday. So you lost all sense of time. I see. Yeah. So yeah, today I just exercised. I did cleaning, like finally cleaned out all the little boxes. I was gonna try and do more stuff, but we had a big snowfall. And I'm like, I don't even know if my winter boots are in winter shape. Because, you know, sometimes your soul, like the sole of the boot breaks. And you don't realize it until you're like standing in snow and then you're like, my socks are wet. So I was like, let me check all my shoes before I decide to go outside. Heavy snow means I don't have to go to school work. Not here in Canada land. Not unless it's really bad. Freezing rain? More so the problem. Not heavy snow, though. If it's freezing rain, there's a chance. Not so much anymore. Because now, like, when you were in school, sure, they'd cancel it occasionally. University, you could get away with because, you know, it was always your choice whether or not to show up for class. Work, they're like, unless you live out in the, like, the boonies, and you can show proof that you are literally snowed in, yeah, you're not getting excused. I'm 20 minutes away from the apothecary on foot. Like 7 minutes by Uber. They won't let me get away with it. Randomly picks up people and chat. No! No! You can't touch the hat. My master gave me that hat. I've had it since I was a big head, tiny cat. You can't touch the hat. Hi, Zaxu. Yes, Iduna and I had been trying to watch the Twisted Wonderland anime together for a couple weeks now. We finally managed to carve out some time. She's like, we could start at like 6:45, but I know you stream at 7. I'm like, it's fine, I'll push it back. I'll push it back for once. But when do we get to throw bricks? At what? At who? What? Sure, there's a Hoge under the hat. There may or may not be an Ahoge under this hat. But you will never know. Why do you want to throw bricks at me? What did I do to you? I'm already letting you guys throw blue shells at me for Christmas. Isn't that enough? You're all getting wiped? Oh yeah. I haven't even... I mean, okay. I need to actually play some Mario Kart soon. Not so much to do like a training arc, but just to unlock stuff. I have no delusions. I will settle for not being dead last. There is no Delulu here. Though possibly, you two will take Mario Cat. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. That's me trying to meow. Mario Kart track theme. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. So are we teaming up during Christmas? Oh no, it's a free-for-all as far as I know. I mean, you two can do whatever you want. I feel like if I do, you're gonna throw a red shell at me last second. Yeah, that seems about right. I would question this one's loyalty, considering how many times he deletes stuff in the server and pretends he didn't post anything. I wouldn't? Why would you lie with your whole ass like that? You ain't fooling anyone. I trust him? Tsumaki is also a prankster, though. Shut up? No. If I shut up, there's no stream. Hello. Like I said, I wouldn't keep us on chatting for too long since we're starting later today. You won't betray me first. We can be best of pals. This reminds me of when you put two babies in car seats in the back, and out of boredom, they start trying to beat the shit out of each other. But when they're not stuck in the car seats, they're BFFs, you know? It's just sheer boredom and lack of stimuli has made them resort to violence. That's what Zexu and Ranger remind me of. The mastermind's true face. Alright, here we go to the circus. This is the very last section. I checked a walkthrough briefly to get an idea. My loyalty is even higher than Monokuma. Monokuma to who? That would have changed things immensely. Berry Bake Circus, Big Top. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh, hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, animals in literal cages. This place is getting shut down. Oh, did you guys come to watch the show? This gives me pocket mirror flashbacks. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Hello, Miss Berry, Mr. Saint. You're a little early, I'm afraid. We're still practicing. But I'm glad you kept your promise. Yes, I remembered you giving me this. Do I want to play some Mario Kart before I eat? You're gonna fall asleep and then you're gonna crash. That's so great! You're going to have so much fun. I think even you'll be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh. I think you've surprised me enough for one day already. What are you talking about? Would you mind looking at this photograph, Miss Berry? That's the eye painted on the balloon you used to advertise the circus, correct? Wrong name, payback. Fair enough. Enjoy your food and your work. Oh, yeah. What is this exactly? I have a strong suspicion that the balloon was used by the criminal we've been looking for. You do? Who's usually in charge of the balloon, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that would be Simeon. But wait, you don't mean... Uh-oh. Mr. Saint? You took the balloon out late the other night, didn't you? Absolutely not. Sure, I was practicing. I'm still pretty bad at flying it, so I need to put in some extra hours. At night? When it would have been even more difficult than usual? A strange time to decide to practice. But... why else would I have taken the balloon out? What are you saying? That you weren't practicing at all. You were taking an unconscious Kay to the top of the big building in order to frame her for the murder of Rosie Rayner. The security cameras never recorded Kay taking the elevator up to the roof. Which means she must have gotten there another way. From the sky. And the only person able to make that happen would have been you! But... Mr. Edgeworth, I don't understand. That's not all you did. You also attacked Sean at the garbage disposal area, drugged him, and carried him away. That's why you were late for the hearing at the courthouse, wasn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I do any of those things? Please, you have to believe me. I'd never, ever, ever do anything like that. I wish I could believe you, but I can't. Any trust I had in you has been completely destroyed. That's horrible. Well, why would you say that? You told me back at the jail you said you believed I was innocent. don't have to worry about that. We're friends. Friends never backstab each other. Certainly not in Mario Kart or in Mario Party. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us. By the sound of it, you had little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. And what's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. Rest assured, we believe you, and we will get you out of here. This is just awful. I never thought you'd lie to me. We didn't lie. I swear, Simeon, you said you knew what it was like to be me. I trusted you. That hurts, Kay. It hurts so much. I'm... Come on, Mr. Edward, this is Simeon we're talking about. He's not a bad person.
Objection!
I see it now. That's your strategy, isn't it? With everybody. You root out their psychological weaknesses and exploit them. And without even realizing it, they wind up doing exactly what you want them to. Exactly the behavior one would expect from the arch manipulator behind all our recent troubles. I was too blind to see it before, but you won't fool me again. Simeon Saint, you are guilty of crimes too numerous to mention. Ooh, so that's how you want to play it, huh? You always did have the courage of your convictions, I guess. Luckily, grinding people's self-belief into dust is kind of a hobby of mine. Oh. The cat! Had to bring out the evil Persian. Now we've got some Kafka from Final Fantasy vibes going on. Well done, all of you. Well, this is certainly a side of him we haven't seen before. This is why he keeps his eyes closed. So much for the trainee animal tainer who wouldn't hurt a fly. I guess that was all an act. But I'm glad I'm finally getting to meet the real you. So Simeon, this can't be true, can it? Oh, true. Lies. What does it matter? Huh? All you need to know is that Mr. Edred here has made me very mad indeed. Pig, squirrel, cat. And now he's going to pay. I was just out practicing. Sure, I went up in the balloon a couple nights ago, but I was just practicing. I guess somebody took that picture when I flew by the big building. I fly around the area doing promo stuff for the circus all the time. Nothing to see here, Miles. Nothing at all. Yeah, promoting the circus, like I said. Is that true, Miss Berry? Well, it's true that it's Simeon's job to go up in the balloon and spread the word. I guess just about everybody in the area would have seen him up there by now. Well, that same balloon was used in the commission of a crime. Nonsense! I just happened to be in the area when it happened. Somebody took a picture when I was floating past the big building, that's all. I'll be the judge of whether you just happened to be nearby. Thank you very much. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Just practicing. I guess somebody took a picture. Can't really fly around the area doing promo stuff. Regina already backed that up. Nothing to see here, Miles. Nothing at all. So the first one... For sure, there might be something we can counter. And then maybe that one. But we'll start with the first one. We definitely don't have anything to refute that with right now, but let's see what we got. Refamiliarize ourselves. Okay. Present.
Hold it.
This balloon, do you usually launch it from here at the circus? No. You need a wide open space. There's a park over by Sunshine Coliseum. That's where I usually take off from. I see. How you get the balloon to the park to launch it? Not by hand, that's for sure. That thing must weigh a few hundred pounds. It's kind of impressive that it can even get off the ground now that I think about it. I prefer if you didn't change the subject. How do you transport the balloon? Wow, give the guy a break, will you? It's not like I was getting miles off track. Sheesh. We use a truck, okay? You just load it on the back and away you go. A truck, you say? Yeah. Last time I took it out would have been 2 days ago. That could be important. I'd better keep that in mind, okay? When they add a new statement, that's always the one you gotta press or present on. What else?
Hold it.
So to confirm, this truck hasn't been anywhere else since. Why would you need to confirm that? I just told you, didn't I? Answer the question. Or are you trying to avoid this one, too? Oh ho ho, that was a cheap shot even for you. If I say anything, you don't need to confirm it because I just said it. See how that works? But since you insist, the truck's been parked out back since the day before last. And the balloon was still loaded on the back, basket and all. Ooh! I'll just thank you for giving me a straight answer for once and leave it there. So he means to insist that the truck has been parked here. So it was the blue truck we saw by the big building, because it had that big basket in it, remember? Are you done? All right. As I was saying, you're cooked. Well done, roast beef. Exit stage left, roasted chicken. This is your truck.
Objection.
This truck. And would it happen to be blue by any chance? I'm trying to think, is that a common color for a truck? Like, maybe in Asia, I don't know. I feel like around here, red and red trucks, definitely pretty common. Don't see blue cars or trucks very often. Huh? So what if it is? We happened to see a blue truck ourselves just today. One with a large basket loaded on the back. If that was the truck you told us about, then your statement about it not having moved in 2 days is a lie. Meow. Hey, Emma! Agent Long, Emma! There you are, Mr. Edgeworth. I've been trying to find you ever since we wrapped up the case yesterday. We're doing a very good job tracking us down, huh? Kay sent me a message saying you were here, so I came right away. And I found what you asked me to go look for. Thanks, guys. It was loaded onto a truck in the parking lot out back. A blue truck. Well, we just literally confirm this, but thank you for triple confirming. Well, well. I think that truck might be the one we saw earlier today. In fact, I'm almost certain of it.
Objection.
Unexpected. What, just because it's blue? Like a million other trucks? What makes you so sure it's the exact same one? No, I saw it too. It's the same one for sure.
Objection.
Huh? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? That wasn't me! Unless are the words of a man who can't back up his claims with evidence. Wow! You sound just like him! Show me. I demand proof. I must be able to prove it somehow. It's the same truck, I'm sure of it. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way! You can tell just from that? What can I use to prove it's the same truck? Fingerprint. You touched it. I'd like to have the truck dusted for fingerprints. Huh? Why would you want to do that? Because I expect to find a certain very specific set of prints. And if they do, that will prove beyond all doubt that it's the truck we saw in front of the big building. Whose prints will prove it was the truck we saw, Miles. Yours? You think you're gonna find your own prints on there? Yeah, we touched your truck. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, huh? I do. Because I put my hand on your truck when I saw it in front of the big building. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Emma, could you lend us your scientific skills one more time? That's why I'm here, Jambola! Hello! Welcome in. How are you? Already! Take it away, Mr. Edgeworth. Have you brought the world to justice yet? Not yet. We confronted Simeon. He's turned into Kafka from Final Fantasy VI. Of course. Who else did you think was going to do it? Don't worry, it's easy. I'll show you how. Right at the end of the game, they teach us how to dust for prints. Okay. Fine, although I don't see why you can't just do it yourself. Alright, yeah, just spread the powder out, yada yada yada. Like this, poof, poof. Moving the cursor around while pressing space will allow me to dust the area with powder. Cool. Time to puff away. And then blow away the excess. Yay. Blow it away? Yeah, with your mouth. Or just sneeze on it. Tea? Sure. Alright, you got all that? I guess. Yes, thank you. Now to try it for real. Here we go. Oh! There's no such thing as too much powder, by the way. Go crazy! And I accidentally moved the window. Too much powder. There we go. That's it. That's a nice clean print you got there. Thanks. It's like it was programmed to be impossible to mess up. Can we compare it to my prints right away? Yep. Leave it to me. Literally, I could just look at your fingers, but we'll do it with some scientific doohickey. That confirms it. It's Mr. Edgeworth's print, all right. And with that, another lie is exposed. Do. Another one bites the dust. And another one goes, another one goes, and another one bites the dust. Yup. No, the bunnies! Don't grab the bunnies by their ears! I'll kill you! So what were you doing in the truck? Oh, just driving around for fun, you know. Just yield pleasure cruise.
Objection!
Kay was abducted 2 nights ago. And your balloon was sighted nearby. Then today, another abduction, this time involving a truck supposedly used to transport garbage. And your truck was sighted nearby.
Objection!
Coincidence, nothing more. Want me to believe that you were near the scene of 2 separate abductions simply by chance? Just be honest, you were involved in both. What makes you think they were even connected?
Objection!
A certain very important piece of evidence, that's what. Oh, this should be good! What connects Kay and Sean's abductions? Good question. Can't be the balloon. That's too broad. Oh wait, didn't they get? Yeah. 3 Z's. They were both used on
Take that!
Kay and Sean. Kay was drugged with a powerful sedative. And a bottle of sedative was found right where Sean was being held captive. The very same brand, no less.
Objection!
I knew you'd try something like that. Okay, and? What's your point? So the same sedative was used. So what? Does that mean everything is connected? In the Ace Attorney world, yes. Nothing is coincidence. You know as well as I do that doesn't prove anything for sure. I mean you're right, but why you gotta say it like that, huh? We must have something. There must be a piece of evidence that can tie him to both crimes. Cops, prosecutors, you, Miles, you're all the same at the end of the day. You force the evidence to fit the crime, or you flat out make it up, just as long as somebody goes to jail. What are you so jaded about? You're no different from a certain other evidence tamperer we've had the misfortune of meeting.
Objection!
No, I'm nothing like him. Oh dear. That struck a nerve.
Objection!
Then show me! Hit me with your killer piece of evidence. You must have one, right? It's no use. We don't have anything that can tie him directly to both kidnappings. Okay, you about done there, Miles? No more cheap shots to fire? Great. Well, I have a show to be rehearsing for, so if you don't mind...
Objection!
Hey, come on now, you two. There's no need to get all hot under the collar. Would you want your good looks running down your face now, would we, Simeon, old pal? What are you sticking your nose in for? Hey, I just sensed the vibe getting a little harsh and heavy, you know? I thought I ought to lighten the mood. Help me out here, Kay. Lift our spirits with a little dose of the old great thief magic. You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, let me see if I can do Simeon's voice. Here goes. Objection. Why don't you take this seriously, will you? I thought you could do with somebody running a little interference for you, Monster. Not the most ethical approach, I know, but, again, Kay, again! We can worry about whether this is the right thing or not to do later. It's like when you go up to an actor or like a voice actor and you're like, hey, do you want to listen to my impressions? No. This is my last chance to try and prove a connection between Mr. Saint and his crimes. Let's forget the kidnappings for now. Is there anything else that suggests that he's our mastermind? Of course! Canis was looking for a secret string puller too, the young pup as he called him. If I could prove that Mr. Saint was that same young pup, then perhaps... But what evidence do I have that might point to him being involved behind the scenes? Chess? It's either that or the drawing. The chess seems most...
Take that!
Oh, that's promising! I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. And that same person might well be our secret string puller. That's right, our mastermind was involved in Canis and Knight's correspondence chess exchange. I nearly said correspondence class. Yeah, they were doing classes together over correspondence course. That used to be a thing. Any of y'all born after 2000 would have no idea what that is. I never experienced it myself, but I do remember hearing about it. It was basically the equivalent of all those online colleges that there are nowadays that are various levels of legitimate. If I can prove that Saint was the hidden intermediary... Alright, that's enough. This is getting painful. Rude. What do you know about pain, huh? We don't have anything, and if you don't have anything, and I have a show to practice for, so if you don't mind...
Objection!
Thank you, Mr. Fender. I can take it from here, and I can't take any more of your interventions. Ooh, just look at that phase. Yeah, I like it. Malorino's back in the game for sure. I'm Simeon the funny clown. Look at me. I'm juggling. Okay, you can stop now. It's like, for the love of everything, set me free. Mr. Saint? You're a fan of chess, I take it? Huh? Where did that come from? Chess? Sure, I don't hate it. Our secret string puller was playing correspondence chess with Mr. Canis.
Objection!
I thought Bronco was the one playing chess with Canis. You're saying he was your so-called mastermind?
Objection!
Art, welcome in. No, it wasn't him. Whoever it was went on manipulating events even after Knight's death. Take a look at this letter if you would. Who do you think could have written it? It's my fave pink cat coral streamer. Hey, hello. That is me. Oh, thank you. I believe it was the person who had inserted themselves between Mr. Canis and Knight. And you think that person was me? Why would I go to all the trouble? That's crazy. To make it appear that the two men were connected and communicating directly with each other. The very fact that led Fifi Legal to murder him. What? You're saying he set that up to try and get Mr. Knight killed?
Objection.
Listen to yourself. What do you think I am? Some kind of evil puppet master? I don't know, but yeah, you are. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how soft are Pep and Mogu? 10. Anywhere to 10 to 12 on a good day. Literally, I take them to the vet, and the vet and the vet tech all comment on how soft they are. They're not even long-haired cats, they're just very soft. And apparently that's a testament to being in overall good health, so. Just had a sense for it, you knew? Yeah. They very soft. We do love the gatos, we do! And I mean, I can never get Pep to behave for the camera, but she's got like that very stereotypical cat face. Like, she's like if a plushie came to life. Mogu's got like a little bit more like a Siamese kind of look to her. Yes, Pep is more the pointy ear one. Her tail is also... No, wait. God, I'm trying to... My brain is confusing them now, but yes. Starting to get down their traits, yeah. Mogu has like the smaller face because she looks a little more Siamese. Pep is like, if you looked up a picture of like, you know, an American short hair black cat, that's just her. We love those, we do. As I look behind me, they are completely passed out on the bed.
Objection.
Mogu was so cute yesterday. I sent a picture to Iduna and Mama Melis, but she decided she wanted to sleep with her head on my chest yesterday. I just about passed away. Letters, you won't find those. Once I'm done with something, I put it straight in the trash. Guess I'm not the sentimental type. I get hung up on the past, right? Ah! Dispose of any incriminating items in order to cover his tracks. I guess you went in without the evidence you needed once again, huh? That's a bad habit, you know. It's like, God damn it! Phoenix just pulls this stuff out of thin air. How does he do it? I didn't think it would be this hard. So this doesn't prove anything either? I've fallen short yet again. do we do now? Are we out of options? You accuse me of betraying my friend? And you don't even have any proof? Despicable. Who was that? Oh, hi! Miss Barry? What does she want? Sorry, I was just thinking about what you were saying, and this knight person. You mean Bronco, right? Simeon's friend? Yes, what of it? Does she know something? A letter came from him this morning. For Simeon. Hey! Good old postal service! Taking it sweet-ass time! Whoa, what did you... How is that possible? Knight is dead, it's cold! You frickin' mailed it before he passed away, come on. Miss Barry, we need to see this letter right away. Sure, here you go. Let's open it, shall we? This is technically a federal crime. Opening someone else's mail. Well. So here's my next move. Pawn 2G6. Can anybody else spell checkmate? Can't wait to see your face when you lose. But you are never going to beat me. Not at chess. The next move from the game with Mr. Canis. Can anybody else spell checkmate? Can't wait to see your face when you lose. Ba 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 ba. Postmarked the 26th of March, the day before Knight died. I guess it must have gotten held up en route. Yeah, it's like April 9th. Literally took 10 days for this letter to go around the city. That sounds like the postal system. Well, we do move around a lot. It's part of being a traveling circus. Our mail arrives late all the time. Interesting that is addressed directly to you, Mr. Saint. Let the bunnies go! This is it, isn't it? The proof we needed that you were the one facilitating Mr. Canis and Knight's games. One of the letters you would have transcribed into Braille in order to create the illusion that they were somehow connected. Curse you, Bronco! You're still getting in my way even now! I hate you! I hate you! Simeon, how could you? Mr. Knight was your only friend. We weren't friends. I stopped thinking he was my friend 18 years ago. Right around the time of the IS-7 incident, in other words. I nearly froze to death because of him. I was just about to head out and meet my dad at the contest. Oh, he got his memories back then. And then Bronco showed up. He pinned me down and tied me up. He was crying the whole time, whining on and on. I'm sorry, but my dad says I have to do this. If I don't do what he says, he's so scary. Stop it! I have to go meet my dad, I promised! If I'm not there to taste his candy for him, he'll be so upset! He needs me. If I don't go, he won't be able to show everybody he's the best in the world! But no, he locked me in that car with him, and the two of us nearly died. He thought he could get out, but when he tried the door, it was frozen shut. We were trapped. And that's how how I lost my dad. What? You lost your dad? Yeah, Bronco's dad killed mine. He was the son of a murderer. What does he mean? That doesn't match up with what we know at all. Simeon? The victim in the IS-7 incident was a guy named Artie Frost. Yeah, that was my dad's name. My memories got kind of scrambled that day. What little I remembered was pretty mixed up. Artie didn't have the taste disorder, if I remember right. So I didn't find out until later that my dad was murdered. The murderer was a man named Carmelo Gusto, a confectioner. Really? I never knew Bronco's father's name. Or maybe I chose not to remember. Just thinking about the sickle that killed my dad turns my stomach. Mr. Saint, are you sure you didn't know the name of the murderer up until just now? Huh. Don't you think I'd sit on it if I didn't? No, I'd have reported him to the police straight away. All I knew was that Bronco's dad tricked my dad. And so, why did you get the inheritance then? Huh? And that's how I knew my dad was the one who was killed that day. Oh, you didn't know your dad just left the country, huh? You didn't know he just up and abandoned you? Ooh. Bronco was a traitor. He helped his father murder mine. He was the son of a cold-blooded killer. He deserved to die. No, he didn't. I'm sorry, Mr. Saint, but you've made a mistake. A big one. A mistake? What do you mean? Artie Frost was a sculptor. He'd been working in France not so long before the murder, under the name Paul Halik. So I hear, but I don't remember anything about that. I wish I could. Huh. Well, I'm afraid it's only natural that you don't, because he wasn't your father. Huh? Is that your idea of a joke? Well, it's not funny. Not at all. You're right. It's not. But you need to know the uncomfortable truth. A piece of evidence that proves that you're not Artie Frost's son, and I believe that is gonna be the ring. Knight's possessions. There we go. Huh? Bronco's chess set and a ring? Yes, take a look at this ring for me if you would. What does this engraving on it tell you? It's 2 letters, right? It is. This is the seal with which Paul Halik used to mark his works. And it was found next to Artie Frost's body 18 years ago. But why would Bronco have a memento of my father? The police looked for Frost's son for a long time, and eventually they found him. The ring was handed over to the man they were able to prove was his child, Bronco Knight. What? But that's not... That would mean I was... Precisely. That you are, in fact, the son of Carmelo Gusto. No, that can't be. I'm... My dad was... I remember. Don't I? Bronco tied me up and locked me in that car. It was his fault I lost my dad. He deserved to die. Didn't he? Unfortunately, your dad was a piece of shit and he just went to China without you. No way. So I get to see your circus thing even though I'm in jail? Was looking forward to the next move in our little chess game, so the show is just the icing on top. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I will. And hey, come back soon, okay? I'll be mulling over my next move in the meantime. Oh, and speaking of which, I put a little something in your chess set. But you can take a look at it later. A little something? No idea what that might be, but thanks. You hadn't detained me 18 years ago. It would have had to end like this. Huh? Did you say something? Me? Oh, it was nothing. Goodbye, Bronco, and farewell. I did all that, and now you're telling me that it was my father who killed Broncos? Then what was all this for? I didn't want to wind up dead too. I didn't want to be weak and vulnerable. Oh, what a mess this is. That's why I tried to be like Canis. Why I stayed in touch with him all these years. And there we have it. The truth at last. Mr. Saint, you were Mr. Canis' correspondence chess partner. And you were the one manipulating events this whole time. Now will you put the bunnies down? You're right, it was me all along. At last, he's finally telling the truth. I was the one who witnessed the murder 12 years ago. But you knew that already. The president's assassination, just as we thought. Which means he's the one who drew the picture. And they knew it too. That's why Legald kept questioning me, day in and day out. It got so I couldn't face what I knew the next day would bring. I was a nervous wreck. Who could blame me for wanting to get out of there? But I imagine it wasn't as easy as simply running away. Winter would have sent his men after you. No matter where I went, they were on me. They never stopped coming. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Oof. I couldn't sleep at night. Even the smallest noise had me chasing shadows. It drove me crazy. So I joined the circus. At least that way, moving from place to place was part of the job. My whole life, I've been up against the chief prosecutor and the warden of a prison. No regular person could hope to stand up to people like that. From the time I was a child, I had nobody. They weren't even the worst of it. The body double was behind it all, controlling everything. He may have been a fake, but he was the president of an entire country. What hope did I have? There was only one person I could turn to, Canis, the man who saved my life. He wasn't like Bronco. He really did want to help me. That's quite a claim. Strange to think that famously ruthless assassin winning the admiration of a child he saved. showed me how to stop being a victim, how to stop being hunted. And became a hunter myself, and they all became my prey. Great, well, I'm glad you're happy with yourself, I guess. But I doubt even you imagined that the Body Devil would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No, I sure didn't, and as long as Winter was around, no evidence was ever going to stand. Nearly even managed to ruin things this morning, like Al almost got away with it again. But I know him now like the back of my hand. I could see exactly how it was all going to go down. Oh, and that's why you kidnapped Sean? To throw him off? So he saw right through their plan. Now Chairman Winter would try to suppress the evidence in Warden Legal's trial. I see, and that's why you kidnapped Sean, correct? You wanted to force a guilty verdict regardless of the presence of evidence or the rule of law.
Objection.
Maybe I did. But how else was I going to make them pay for what happened 12 years ago? Whatever helps you sleep at night. But Winter pulled one last surprise, didn't he? He tried to kidnap Sean himself in the hopes of influencing the verdict. In other words, he chose the exact same course of action as the man you so fervently claimed to hate.
Objection.
That's only if I'd actually kidnapped anyone at all. But I'd never do anything so wicked. Never ever. Me commit a crime? No. Besides, I don't hate the three of them. If anything, I'm grateful. If they hadn't done what they did, my revenge wouldn't have nearly been as fun. Says he won't commit a crime, then he's talking about revenge, okay?
Objection!
So you admit it? Your motive in all of this was nothing more than revenge? Sure, I admit it. So what? I despised every single one of them. But here's the kicker. I didn't kill anybody. The most you can blame me for is writing the odd letter here and there. A quick note to Rainer to tell her about Winter. Another to him so he knew about her. But the fact that they wanted to kill each other and one of them succeeded? That was all on them. Kidnapping is also a crime you can go to jail for, buddy. But, yeah. So you take no responsibility for the fact that your actions resulted in multiple murders? Right? Same thing at Gourd Lake. People are much easier to control than animals, you know. The whole fake assassination plot? I handed that to Bronco on a plate. That was part of his plan, too? So Rook's murder was...
Objection.
No. That was all Bronco's idea. Nothing to do with me at all. Still, I moved things in the right direction. What did you say? Is it fate a crazy thing? You can't talk like that about a murder. Sending Lookout up was easy too. I just made it seem like Knight and Canis were in contact with each other. And slipped the chisel inside the chess set. So So it was you who put it in there. Yeah, it was. I thought they might point everybody nicely in Canis's direction. Worked out pretty well, even if I do say so myself. Who knew that would be all it took to make that awful woman murder poor Bronco? I guess she got to where she just saw enemies everywhere she looked. I know that feeling. Even the smallest thing can send your paranoia into overdrive, but then things get ugly quick. That is called anxiety, and also PTSD. I had a front row seat for the whole show. Well, aren't you delightful? You were the last piece to be put into play, of course. Who? Me? You solved both cases and finally brought down Winner and Legout. I guess you could say your powers of deduction were the weapon that put an end to both of them. Why am I not happy about that?
Objection!
I didn't solve those cases for your sake. Sure! You didn't know you were doing me a favor. You were just playing at being an attorney for a while, right? What did you say? All I had to do was cower and say no, 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 no a few times. And you rode to my rescue like the hero you are. Was getting arrested part of your plan too? No, that wasn't something I expected, I have to admit. I never thought they'd take the chisel for the murder weapon. That was a real plot twist. Made my blood run cold, for sure. But then who should come through with the turnabout to end all turnabouts? The greatest legal mind of his generation, my knight in shining armor. Bet it felt pretty good saving me like that, huh? You ought to thank me, you know? I don't do that for many people. Damn. You're wrong. He wasn't playing at being an attorney. He was trying to help you, because helping people is what Mr. Edgewood does. He helped me right when I needed it most. Hey. Oh, did he? You sure he wasn't just trying on his dear departed daddy's shoes for size? No, that's not what he was doing. Come on, Keymeister. Don't let this clown get you down. He's projecting, plain and simple, painting other folks with his own grubby brush. It's not just that he doesn't trust other people. The poor kid doesn't even understand the concept. Doing something for someone else's sake? Forget about it. He'll never understand. You think I care what you have to say about me? Consider this for a second. I've gotten my revenge on everybody I set out to get it from, and yet... it's still not over? You can't prove I incited anything. Think about it. I never actually did anything. What's my crime exactly? Explain it to me. You kidnapped a boy. Think you can pin an incitement charge on me? Read my letters. I don't mention murder anywhere. If I did, maybe you'd have a case. Maybe you could say I encouraged them. But it's the same story as always, I'm afraid. You can't prove I did anything. That's not true. You kidnapped me. Sorry, but did I miss the part where you proved that? All I ever admitted to was sending letters. You... Letters which didn't threaten, coerce, or encourage anybody to do anything. I just passed on what you might call pertinent information. Ah, he's a slippery one. I'll give him that. There's gotta be something we can do. Oh, there is. It's an Ace Attorney game. There's always something you can do. What about this excitement stuff he's talking about? Incitement K. Incitement K. It means to encourage or direct another person to commit a crime. In the eyes of the law, it's seen as equivalent to committing the crime itself. So then we just need to prove that he told them to do it. Easier said than done. You say that like it's going to be easy. Guess maybe you're not so big on due process and all, after all. You think you can make me carry the can for murders I had nothing to do with? Huh, think again. I don't even have to talk to you if I don't want to. In fact, why am I still talking to you?
Welcome back.
I can think of one reason. The tent is surrounded. There's nowhere left to run. Really? You don't think I planned my escape too? What if, just to pluck an idea out of nowhere, I trained all of these vicious wild beasts to attack on command? All I'd have to do is say the word, then sidle off stage in the chaos. What? You wouldn't. I'm just spitballing, but you'd pay to see that, wouldn't you? I could just as easily take Sean hostage with the gun I may or may not have in my pocket. Yeah, you know what? That would make for a killer show. You will do no such thing. It's hard to know what lengths he might actually be prepared to go. I mean, if he gets shot saying all this stuff, it's self-defense. Police get away with everything. Fine, I'll humor you, but once the curtain goes up on this little performance, it better be a lively one. Bore me? And we're done here. Alright, let's see if you can keep me entertained, shall we? Oh, boy. He's not gonna give me an inch. Why does he have magical powers to control my HP bar, huh? How's that fair? There must be something we can do. We can't let his crimes go unpunished. Can't prove I incited everything. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. What do we got? Getting your revenge. Okay. I mean, saying gain your revenge technically implies a lot, but yeah. The game always wants something a little better. Wiretap or the bug or the tape? The bug or the tape?
Objection!
Oh! We got it! I'm afraid you're wrong. I have proof that you meant for at least one murder to happen. Because you said so yourself. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad Chairman Winter kill Little Miss Rosie Rayner. Well, I said that? Weird. I don't remember. I know you think you can worm your way out of everything. But this time you're wrong. I don't know about that, Edgeworth. I am? Because our conversation was being recorded. Ha ha. Sucker. By somebody intercepting the signals from the very listening device you planted. It was? You got your conversation with the clown here on tape? That's what you're trying to tell us? Apparently. No! Once again, can you please put the rabbits down? They have done nothing to you. Leave the bum-buns alone! Munzie says a schemer schemes will swallow him in the end. Nice save. Miss Lloyd, could you play the tape, please? You bet I can. Did they even check to make sure this conversation was on the tape before they started spewing this stuff? Got it. It was this part right here. Oh. I'll say, seems we maybe didn't quite catch the next part on tape. What? Yeah, they did not check. How could it not be there? Wobbly babies! You think I'd leave myself wide open like that? Well, think again. Oh, you got us scored. There's something a little special about that bug, you see? No, I don't see. You're gonna have to explain this one for me. It can be turned on and off remotely. Damn, don't know if they actually make those, but that's crazy. I never knew they make those. Remote control bugs? Sure, they exist, but... So you switched it off to avoid being recorded? Bingo!
Objection!
But how? You would have had to know you were being recorded in the first place.
Objection!
And I did! Of course I did! It was so obvious that someone was eavesdropping, and that's because... Miss Lloyd, was it? You know about the kid prosecutor's prompting without kidnapping without any prompting. Oh. You heard that whole conversation? I did indeed, old pal, but I must say, I thought you would have figured it out so much sooner. Aren't you supposed to be a genius prosecutor? Well, shit. Now, where were we again? Oh, yeah. At the part where if you couldn't prove incitement, it was game over. Oh, well. You gave it your best shot. Well, shucks, so my tape ain't gonna be of no use to anybody after all? Come on, I must have recorded something you can use. If only that were true. Hey, K-Meister. Yeah? The old buggeroo, it was hidden in your pin that whole time, right? That shake anything loose from the old brain tree? I don't know. Give me a sec to think. You're the only one who's been directly in contact with him before. So sad, relying on flawed evidence, desperately trying to make it stick. Well, that's quite enough of that for now. Next topic, please. Huh? He's trying to steer us away from our current line of inquiry. The most obvious thing to do when you don't want someone to figure something out. Like, hey, can we just not talk about this anymore? I don't really like that. Anyway. Kay had a one-to-one encounter with him only recently. What if the sound from that point in time had been recorded? Miss Lloyd, how long were you recording the intercepts from the bug for? Started about, let's see now, 2 nights back? Ooh, that's a lot of time. There might be some hope yet. In which case... During which time frame would be likely to find Mr. Saint's voice on tape? 2 nights ago? The kidnapping? Mr. Saint abducted Kay 2 nights ago and took her up to the roof of the big building. What if there was a recording from around that time? Miss Lloyd, quickly, play us any tape you have from the night before last. Huh? Oh, sure thing. What do we got? What's in the box? What's in the box? That's the sound of the balloon! Indeed it is. At around that time, I imagine Mr. Saint would have been transporting you in it. Which means he can't have been too far away from you, or the bug. I think he's sweating, guys. Is there anything else on the recording, I wonder? Just a lot of fire. Oh! That's a gunshot. Wait, that noise! That was a gunshot. Well, this is awkward. Bzz. Heh, you turned the bug off then too, it seems. Unluckily for you, you were a little too late in doing so. There's no escaping it now. That gunshot ties you directly to the case. Huh? What are you talking about? Nobody ever even mentioned a gun. What's wrong? Somebody involved with this case discharged a firearm. to remember who it was. Piece of evidence shows that a gun was used. Too bad we don't have Rainer's body anymore. Oh, gunshot residue!
Take that!
It's written right here in the president's autopsy report. Traces of gunshot residue were detected on his hand. Frick. And where was Kay when the gunshot was recorded? That's right! She was in the balloon! Being taken by you to the top of the big building. However, the roof wasn't as deserted as you needed it to be. Yes, I was there with the president. Wait. Not long after we started talking, he noticed something and told me to leave. And if a gunshot rang out shortly after that? Don't tell me you didn't hear it yourself, Mr. Saint. Not when it sounds crystal clear in this recording. No comment, he says. You're just going to pretend to ignore me? Really? How mature. What else do you expect me to do when you keep spouting your weird theories?
Not so fast!
We did just hear a gunshot on that tape. If you listen carefully, you can hear the bullet hit something too. The president had been aiming at Mr. Saint? Well, that's convenient. What would the bullet have struck? Probably the balloon.
Take that!
I think the president was firing at the balloon. And if he was, what we heard on the tape could have been the bullet hitting the basket. Or, the burner thing. Let's take a look and see, shall we? Oh, but we had to do this so we could see if there's a bullet hole. Ah! Oh, ain't that unfortunate for you, buddy? A hole with a bullet stuck in it. There's a bullet hole in the bottom of the basket. I'd call that pretty conclusive. Didn't think to check under the Didn't think to check under there, huh? Well, Mr. Saint, how do you explain not just the sound on the tape, but the accompanying bullet hole? Some really crazy person in Japan was shooting at us for flying over their property. You see everything, don't you? It's pretty impressive, I have to admit it. I doubt there's anything I could hide from you if you really wanted to find it. Except for this hole! And then he runs. Just shut up and confess, will you? I gotta pee. Alright, no need to get cranky. What really happened 2 nights ago? I admit I flew the balloon up to the roof, but when I arrived, Judge Gabelle and the president were already there. That came as a surprise, I have to say. Only the president noticed me and he made the good judge leave right away. Yeah, generally hot air balloons are silent, so... Then he pointed his gun at me and fired. But why was he trying to shoot down the balloon? Oh, that's simple enough. When I arrived, he was just about to murder your friend the judge here. Huh? Me? Yeah, you! You told him about Sean! What did you think would happen? Why do you think he met with you in the first place? He thought you were going to expose him as an imposter. Because she knew the truth about Sean's parentage. He was afraid. Ha! Afraid? You could say that. The man was a total coward. His hands were shaking so much when he tried to get rid of me, he couldn't even shoot straight. So you see, I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was an innocent bystander. I don't know about innocent bystander when you were, about trying to drop off a person you kidnapped and drugged, but hey, whatever, man, I guess. When I arrived, well, it's me, and he made the good judge leave.
Hold it!
Nothing to really contradict, so time to start pressing stuff. You're lucky that the bullet only struck the bottom of the basket. Yeah, I tried to get out of there the second he pulled out that gun. Couldn't have my balloon going pop. True! But it was a close run thing. So you left right then and there? Of course I did. He was shooting at me. Are you saying there's a problem with that? Does this present a problem? I mean... Yeah. There's a problem. Kay was left there. Did he, like... You saying you came back? Like an hour later? Or something? In the end, you managed to leave Kay there up on the roof. Which means you didn't actually leave the vicinity, did you? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you the next part. How convenient! After he shot at me, he escaped through the hatch to the 51st floor. Well, that explains why we did see him on tape. I hung around a little longer to make sure the coast was clear, then I landed on the roof. Would you mind appending that to your testimony? Makes no difference to me. Alright. New statement, that means this is something we either press or present on. Ace Attorney logic. I saw... Yeah, there we go. I saw this earlier. The president never went through the 51st floor as far as we know.
Objection!
You're lying to us again. That's a bad habit, kiddo. I am? The president never entered the storeroom the night before last. Miss Hart testified to that fact. She did? And you believe the words of a two-bit hack over mine? Sure. I beg your gosh darned pardon. Say that about the chief again, I dare you. I'll wipe that smile right off of your stupid clown face. So we know Miss Hart was camped out on the 54th floor that entire evening. But if our fake did escape through there, then how the heck did he get off the roof? An excellent question. And one that I hope to provide the answer to next. Did he frickin' hide behind the cotton candy stand until everyone left? We know that he didn't leave via the elevator, so neither that nor the hatch are possibilities, which leaves only one. The balloon? I mean, that's the only thing. I have no idea how, but... He flew. He flew? Blew the coop! One flew over the cuckoo's nest! Yes, and Mr. Saints flew!
Objection!
Whoa! Quit fooling around, will ya? Why in the world would I give that guy a lift in my balloon? It wasn't my choice.
Objection!
There was a security camera on the elevator, and Miss Hart was on the 51st floor the whole time. There's no other way he could have left the rooftop.
Objection!
Yeah, you know what? You know what the circus is all about? Making the audience think you're in danger. Giving them a thrill. But it's time to bring this act to an end. What do you mean? Watch and learn. Miss Hart, can I ask you something? You were keeping guard on the 51st floor the whole time, right? Not even blinking for a moment?
Objection.
Huh. So the noise, the sound of Miles' faithful assistant falling through the hatch. That didn't scare you so badly that you fainted? Oh, right. It's been eavesdropping for quite a while. So maybe I ought to have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few weeks after that. Passed out unconscious, yeah, might say. What? That happened? That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kate crash landing through onto the storeroom floor. What? Well, so what if I did? Ain't a girl in the world that don't get caught a little unaware sometimes. Just a little. Sorry, Miles. But that's what you get for putting your faith in these people.
Objection!
It doesn't matter. Kate can't have fallen down the hatch until after the president left the roof.
Objection!
Are you sure about that? Allow me to offer a little counter theory. The coward fake president fired his gun at me. Then he hid in the shadows. Till after your friend fell down that hatch. What? So what if he did? What would that mean?
Objection!
Come now, surely even you can see what I'm insinuating here. It's elementary. If the president hid until after Miss Hart fainted, he could have passed right through. I mean, yeah. And there we have it. Your little theory about the secret storeroom falls apart. Well, this is unfortunate. That's right. Oh, and another thing. I might have let Sean's identity slip to our pal the president while he was hiding in the shadows. Didn't Gaval already tell him? That's when he went to the set to try and murder him the next day, only to wind up being killed himself. That's right, it was Sean who murdered the body double.
Objection!
What possible reason could the boy have for doing so?
Objection!
Oh, a pretty good one. He already knew he was the president's son. Huh. How did he discover that exactly? Because I told him. In one of my trademark letters. What? He's lying. Oh, you bet I am. Huh? Or am I? Maybe I did tell him. And maybe I didn't. Well, Shawnee boy, which is it? It was my fault the Taurosaurus's head fell off the roof. I admitted that much already. But I didn't find out about my dad until today, I swear. Huh. Well. I knew about the falling head thanks to the bug. But who knew it was you who made it fall? And the president died from being crushed, was it? Alrighty, well, that's confirmed. At least you were the murderer. Congrats on getting your revenge! That ties things up pretty neatly, would you say? Although I guess you'd say something more like, and so the pieces fall into place at last. Well, counter my unassailable logic if you can. Oh, boy. someone put the clown to bed, please? What an insufferable work. You know my MO by now, right? I'm a hands-off kind of guy. I just like to pull a few strings here and there. That was the case with Bronco, with Chairman Winner. And so, what makes you think I'd let that fake president set foot on my balloon? Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by that, model monster head. What does how he died have to do with him being in your balloon, huh? All makes perfect sense now. That's how our imposter ended up dead, no doubt about it. And what was the motive behind the murder? The little truth I shared, just like I said. Get it? The truth? That thing you're so fond of? That's what caused the murder here, not me. That's not possible. Well, is there a detective in the house? Somebody arrest that boy. Can't help noticing nobody rushing to slap on the handcuffs. What's the matter? Just as I thought. Admit it, you're all the same. You, Winner, that idiot phony president. You want the real culprit to go free so you can railroad me into the jail cell, don't you? Can you prove that there was a letter? So that's the justice you all claim to love so much.
Overruled.
That's not true.
Objection.
Huh. Well, if you're not going to make the move, guess I'll have to step outside and speak to an officer myself. Yeah, that's not gonna go well. Once I tell them the kid here is a murderer, maybe then they'll finally do something.
Objection.
We're not done with your testimony yet, Mr. Saint. How did I know you'd make up some excuses for stalling even longer? I mean, to prove that Sean is a murderer, you'd have to prove he'd have a motive for this. Which means you would have to prove he had knowledge that this guy, A, was his father / killed his real father. And good luck with that, buddy. You still want to prolong the agony? Well, as long as you know what you're doing. Whoa! Just shoot us in the foot, why don't you? That'd be gentler. What? Did you forget that little Sean's life is on the line, too? Hey, Malzarino. Take a deep breath for me, would you? Why would I do that, Fender? Because it's times like these you need to kick back, take stock, and be grateful for what you have. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles, remember? Ah, yes. Thanks, Mia. The way in which the president made his escape is what you and Laughing Boy can't agree on. So how about this for a little thought experiment? What if it's not about whether the big guy in the purple jacket got on the balloon or not? But rather, under what conditions would Simeon have been cool with letting him get on board? Turnabout and thinking, time to spin that chessboard around! Forgive the interruption. Just my 2 cents worth, or the old man's, I guess I should say. Maybe Gregory's techniques can still prove useful in this crazy modern era. thrice. Under what circumstances could the body double have been allowed on that balloon? He was a physically imposing man, and what's more, he was carrying a gun. Could he have been drugged? No, there were no traces of sedatives found during the autopsy. But that was like 2 days later. Do sedatives really stay in the system for that long? In which case... Surely not. My name's not Shirley. Are you about ready to continue, Miles? And don't forget, this is what we're playing for. 50% of your HP bar! Oh, this is going to be tricky. But I have to tear his testimony down one statement at a time. It doesn't say... Okay. Here's kind of a crazy thought. Because if the bullet hit directly under the balloon, it would have had to be almost right over him. Was it the balloon that did? Oh, and that's why he had the... That's why the flowers were crushed. Because he had literally just received them. Ah, okay, that makes sense then.
Objection!
Oh, we got it! Oh, the crazy leaps of logic. That would have taken me so many attempts when I was younger. The one benefit to playing these games as an adult with adult brain power. Sean didn't kill the president. The president was crushed by a monster. What? Did you really just say that? You? Oh, I get it. He's the kid who can communicate with giant beasts, right? Did he use his special powers? The only person in communion with monsters was you. Sorry, but you must have me mixed up with somebody else. No monsters here, I'm afraid, pal. Just a giant frickin' balloon.
Objection!
Why the false modesty? You're very close with at least one such creature. In fact, he can control him! It was you who killed the president, Mr. Saint! And I can prove it! haven't really caught up with this logic. Could you slow down? Thank you. Oh. They're talking about the lion balloon? Yes! A quivering mockery of a monster filled with hot air. But a monster nonetheless. Not entirely unlike Mr. Saint himself. Sorry, you lost me. What are you trying to say exactly?
Objection!
You seemed very keen to stick to your story about having manipulated Sean and the president. But no matter how true you may have wanted it to be, that was nothing more than a desperate lie. Even the most skilled animal tamer can't make the dead do his bidding. And the president was dead long before he left that roof, having been killed by your balloon. I get it. That thing may look lighter than air, but it weighs a few hundred pounds, right? When the president attacked you from the roof, you had to think quickly in order to protect yourself. The method you chose, landing the balloon right on top of him. That's crazy. You didn't need to let him ride on that balloon, and he didn't need to coerce you into taking him. Okay, but hot air balloons don't exactly land quickly. Unless they literally, like, are plummeting from the ground. So how did you get him before? Like, how did he not run? Whatever, I guess we're not supposed to think that hard about it, huh? Because what you took away was his dead body!
Objection!
Wait a minute now, Miles. No. What you're saying is true. The president would have been killed 2 nights ago. Which would mean the time of death recorded in the autopsy was wrong. It would? Wow, you're really losing your touch. Look again. It's written right there. Time of death, April 5th at approximately 11 p.m. Clear as day. April 5th? That was yesterday. Exactly, it means he died when the Torosaurus head fell off of that roof. You know there are ways to obscure time of death. Alright, Sean, it's time to be honest with us all. You know it's the right thing to do. You killed your daddy, didn't you? You hated him, didn't you? We get it. Who wouldn't? He just left you. What kind of father would do that? No, that's not what happened. I already told you. I didn't know who he was up until today. Besides, it's the fake. Oh, but you did, because I told you myself. Could my theory really have been so wide of the mark? I want to thank you once again, Miles. You hounded Winter and Lagarde until their crimes were finally exposed. And by ruining them both, you helped me get my revenge. Gotta love those powers of deduction. If the time of death matched up, everything would fit. I mean, you gotta think. Where would he keep a dead body for 2 days anyway? Like, in the freezer. And where was Sean found? In a freezer. There we go. So could he have possibly cheated the time of death? Oh, and what was the other guy's name again? Carmelo Gusto? You even ran him down for me. That was some great work you did there. Of course, Gusto. The IS-7 incident. Yeah, thanks for the reminder that freezers exist. He killed Frost and froze his body in order to conceal it. Mr. Gusto needed to freeze Mr. Frost's body in order to obscure the time of death. If they determined that the murder occurred during afternoon tea, he would have been an obvious suspect. A bingo! Bingo, bingo! Like father, like son, they even laugh the same. I only wish I could have been there to see his downfall too. How can you say that? He was your father. Well, father that left the country without him. It's so scary. Miss Lagarde just keeps asking about what happened that day. Where are you, Dad? When are you coming to get me? Please, I need you to come take me away. Is it because I broke my promise? Because I didn't show up in time to help you taste your work? He was no father. He left me all on my own. What kind of person would do that? We may have shared the same blood, but that's it. Father? What a joke.
Objection!
I mean, he's not wrong there. You may not want to hear this, Mr. Saint, but you share more than blood. Hate him all you like, but you're more like your father than you know. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Fate can be strange sometimes. But this was no coincidence. You and your father were the same, even in the methods you chose. You deliberately threw off the time of death just as he did. That's right. We had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbor. I threw off the time of death. And how did I do that exactly? Well, by hiding the president's body in a very specific spot. The body right here. And...
Take that!
You needed to keep the body cool somewhere. And you also needed somewhere to keep Sean. Who knew that the two were connected? You're talking about the kidnapping again? Why are we bringing that up now? Well, why not? You did it, didn't you? As much as you may wish we had forgotten, we know that you kept Sean in a refrigeration unit. The same refrigeration unit in which you kept the president's body. Just as your father froze the body he was trying to conceal 18 years ago. What? You're saying I'm the same as him? The same as the animal who abandoned me? I hate to tell you, you guys even laugh the same. Is that irony? But an undeniable truth, nonetheless.
Objection!
Shut up! I'm nothing like him. I could never be like him. He's nothing to do with me. We're nothing alike.
Objection!
Sorry, kiddo. I think it's pretty clear that you and Augusto have more than a little in common. You even told us you didn't like sweet stuff way back when we first met, right? If that's not a product of your daddy issues, I don't know what is. No. You don't understand. You may have tried to disown your father, but he lives on in everything you do. You think the same way? every bit as prepared as he was to sacrifice others in order to protect yourself. Oh, that's unfortunate. Your crimes were even exposed in the same manner. You couldn't be more similar. Or should I say? I don't know anything about a refrigeration unit. And the kidnapping, nothing to do with me. Nonsense. You did it so you could blackmail Judge Cavell. We know for a fact that you were involved.
Objection.
You're a real danger to be around. You know that, Miles? What aren't you going to accuse me of? I'm not going to accuse you of being concise. It's been 2.5 hours. But it changes nothing. You still don't have any proof of incitement, of kidnapping, of anything. Or wait, are you planning on maybe fabricating some? Taking a leaf out of the old winter playbook? Never, I'd never do that. Not anymore, anyway. What was the line? No matter what happens, we must find the truth? Something like that? But only when the truth suits you, huh? That's how the law keeps people down, isn't it? And why I had to get revenge myself. Ripperoni pepperoni. I got away with it. I got away with it all. No, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. You sure didn't. Miguel, the winner, and now you. None of you can touch me. Famous last words. Oh, this is bad, Mr. Edgeworth. Is there anything we can do? I mean, probably. Everything points to this man being our culprit. But we need evidence! Even just one piece! Alright, it's been fun, but it's time we brought this little show to an end, don't you think? No. Stick around for the main event though, won't you? I'll even let you in for free. You'll finally admit defeat. You really think they're gonna let you perform in the circus? After this? Who was that? Gumshoe! Sorry to keep you waiting, sir! Gummy! Where have you been? I've been doing my job, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. Yahoo! And Detective Gumshoe, do you have anything to report? Look into a few things real quick, sir. About the refrigeration unit where the kid was kept. Uh-oh. Things are about to get awkward. It was registered to the Berry Big Circus, just like you said. Ha Ah, and there it is, just in the nick of time. Excellent work, Detective. Well, Mr. Saint. That must be some kind of mistake. Why would our circus need a refrigeration unit? Huh, a valid question, I suppose, but we're no experts on the circus trade. Perhaps we could ask your department manager for her thoughts? Well, Miss Berry? We do hire a unit to store all the food for the animals. But I don't know where it is. I leave all that to Simeon. He's so good at that kind of thing. Ah! Simeon, you're scaring me. Where's Maximilian Galactica when you need him? Or Mo the Clown? Such a shame. Rushing to find a solution after the fact so often leads to mistakes. You knew that if the body was found in the unit, the suspicion would fall on you. So you panicked and moved into the grounds of the big building instead. But you weren't counting on Sean being found in the unit when you kidnapped him. If only you'd known you were up against a great thief and an even greater detective. Is everything all right? You're looking a little pale. Don't think he won just yet, Miles! He just never ends. It just never stops! You're missing proof for the most important part of your little theory. I am. Perhaps you could enlighten us? You don't have any evidence that I crushed the presidential faker with that balloon. And I know you don't, because there isn't any! I'm afraid there is. What? Once again, put the bodies down! Mr. Saint murdered the victim, as we think he did. There should be traces of your misdeed on that piece of evidence. On the balloon! I mean, blood, pollen. Analysis of the balloon basket should turn up the evidence we need. The balloon again. You already have your bullet hole. What else do you expect to find? We, expect to find plenty, actually. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? If there's truth to be found, then he'll find it. He's a hero of justice. Dick would love to hear that. He sure is. We'll find something for sure. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of way tighter spots than this one. Considering all the times he's lost to Nick, I don't know about that. But they said, we believe in you, Malzarino. And so does your pop. He's looking down on you right now. I know he is. Oh, Gregory. Just stay calm and see things through to the end. And Miles Edgeworth, a perfect victory is only moments away. We can only hope. The president's body double was killed by that balloon. Traces of a certain substance will prove it. And you, Simeon Saint, will pay for your crimes at last. Looking forward to this. Time to wrap up the mysteries of past and present once and for all. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, deal the final blow to this unforgivable, wicked man. Last evidence will prove your guilt beyond a doubt. It is drumroll. Was used to crush the president. Pollen residue.
Take that!
When Sean found the president's body, he also found a bouquet of lion lilies, which really should have been in really bad shape if they were also in the freezer for 2 days. But I mean, they were already crushed flat, I guess. Popular flower back in Senfa. That's your proof? A bunch of flowers that will be rotting at the dump by now? Oh, that's not the point. A bunch of flowers that Sean threw away? So much for your beautiful symbol of parental connection. That's got nothing to do with any of this. Ignore him, Sean. He threw those flowers away, that much is true. But the bond they represent remains as strong as it ever was. The president held on to them until the last, an act which provided us with their final piece of evidence. What are you talking about? The flowers Sean disposed of had been squished flat. They must have been crushed by the balloon. If we examine the basket for traces of lion lily pollen, what do you think we might find? No, you don't need to do that. You looked over the basket just now. Pollen is frickin' microscopic, you dum-dum. If there was any pollen stuck to it, you would have seen it. Those flowers are bright yellow.
Objection!
Not all evidence is visible to the naked eye, Mr. Saint. Huh? You really don't even know that? Come on. Emma? Yeah? I mean, you've been listening. You know what we're gonna ask you to do, silly. I'd like to call on your scientific skills once again, if you don't mind. Leave it to me. All right. Let's take a look at this balloon basket, shall we? Rip. I've got something! Bright yellow pollen, just like you said. It's from the same flowers. If it's from the same flowers, it sure take more than another quick test to prove it. What? And there we have it. You murdered the president! And this murder, you carried out yourself. No! How could this? No! How could this happen to me? You crushed the president with that balloon. And you loaded his body into the basket and took him to the refrigeration unit. But why? Why go to all the trouble of removing the body? Because he knew another incident was scheduled to occur that same evening. Oh! Rosie Rayner's murder! Exactly. If he had left the body there, it would have interfered with his other plans. I get it. And he couldn't leave the body in the refrigeration unit for too long either, right? Indeed not. So while returning to the big building to drop off the body again the following night, He must have observed the fire Sean caused and the Torosaurus head falling as a result. That's what gave you the idea, wasn't it? To frame Sean for the murder? RIP. Made it seem as if the falling head was what killed him so that my son would take the blame. Despicable coward! In order to achieve your aim, you lower the president's body from the balloon to the lot below. And while he was dangling from the rope you used... Wait, that's what it was? Okay then. That don't make any sense, but okay. How did you see through it all? It was total nonsense! You manipulate people and you manipulated the case, just as you manipulate animals on the stage. And humans are nothing if not animals. You thought you were all-powerful, but your reign is at an end. Animals look like they're mad with you, Simeon. Even Money and Azia. They thought you were their friend, but you're not. They're sad and mad all at the same time. Uh-oh. Stop it! Stop looking at me like that! Perhaps they will when you finally stop clowning around. You're not cut out for comedy. Your tale is destined to end with a whimper. Hey, don't get away from me! Get away from me! Leave! Leave me alone! God, where are you? I'm so scared. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing. I'm not the bad one. They are. Why, Bronco? Why did you stop me? If only none of them did what they did, I wouldn't have had to. I couldn't trust the police. I couldn't trust anybody. I was all alone. But that man, he helped me. Canis was the only one who ever helped me. So what if I use people? Leave me alone! Oh, fuck. The cat! No, not the gorilla! Oh, God. This man's dead. Oof. It seems the game is up at last. Uh-oh! To kill her! Mr. Edgeworth, may I be the first to congratulate you? No, you may not. You have unmasked the person behind this entire sorry affair. Now I am free to. No! Guns are so clumsy, don't you find? I don't have a gun? Please, not only are you carrying one, you were just about to draw it. You must have stolen it from the president after murdering him. Ah, this gentleman betrayed a bond of trust. Many bonds of trust, technically. He knew the so-called president was an imposter, yet he employed me to kill him nonetheless. There is nothing more dangerous for an assassin than to be lied about the nature of one's target. If one does not know what cards one's opponent is holding, one can be very unpleasantly surprised. But that was not your true crime. No, thinking you could deceive me, manipulate me. That is the crime for which you are about to pay. No! No one's doing anything. Just standing there. Ah, yes. Oh! Where did the old man come from? You. It's been a while to kill it. Step aside, Canis. That man is my target. I would politely ask that you call off this particular job. He'll pay for his crimes, but in prison, not at the end of your blade. And if I refuse, let us just say that I might not take the loss of the one life that I ever saved too well. You save a life, bone him to Hada Canis, the blind butcher himself. Preposterous, I know. But yes, I, who have taken so many lives, once chose to preserve one. That of an innocent young pup. And he, in his turn, saved mine. Something of a bond formed between us. Laugh all you like. I know I would. But I would respectfully request that you spare him. As one professional to another, I ask that you let this particular target live. Very well. The boy must mean a lot to you. Thank you. I am in your debt. However, Japan has corporal punishment. So depending on how they decide to weigh the severity of his crimes, considering he killed a president, even if he was, he might hang anyway. So, you know, this doesn't really do anything. You need not thank me. Like a decent chunk of, it's confirmed, like a decent chunk of the Ace Attorney murderers were put to death. Like Morgan Fay put to death. Dahlia Hawthorne put to death. Von Karma put to death. As far as we know, the only one who survived is frickin' Frank Saw It, and that's probably because it was a murder in the spur of the moment. It was not planned at all. Now then, I bid you all good day. And just like that, he's gone! How did he do that? Broken frickin' instant transmission! You have my thanks, Edgeworth. This young pup needed to be shown the error of his ways. That's rich coming from an assassin, I gotta say. And you have done just that. Alright, I suppose we better be getting back. Our ironclad enclosure awaits. Ta-ta! Doesn't it help, bud? Yes, yes it does! Oh, hello. You killed my dad, didn't you, old man? I will not lie. I did. My victims deserve to be remembered, at the very least. Ah, but I sense a great hatred from you, horned pup, in that case. Sean, no! You must not falter, little one. Here, you may use my knife. Take it and cut my throat. One sure slice is all it takes. I was growing rather tired of carving my little statues anyway. I want revenge. I want it so badly. Sean, don't do it! What the hell is happening here? None of y'all can restrain a 12-year-old? At least, I did until just now. I would have done anything to make you pay, no matter how long it took. Oh, but you should make those who have wronged you pay. It'll make you feel so good, trust me. All the pain, all the suffering, it all goes away. It drowns it all out. Numbs it. Maybe it does. And listening to you, I thought maybe that's what I wanted. Sean? But it's not just about me. Say I get my revenge. How does that help anybody else? If I become a murderer, my mom suffers 10 times more than I ever would. And so would all the people I work with. They're counting on me. And they worry about me. Thoughtful words indeed, little one. Yeah? Well, I get it now. I won't ever forgive you. But I shouldn't be the one who gets to punish you. That's what these guys are for. My mom, the prosecutor. People like that. Well, he was already supposed to be in jail, but you know. Well, you may be young, Sean, but you're way wiser than I'll ever be. Don't say that. At least try. Consider trying to better yourself, Kay. Well then, I suppose we'll be on our way. With me, young pup. On our way? To where? Where else? To the prison. Our home. Our home? Now this is the weirdest found family I've ever seen. And with that, the case came to an end. A case that has dragged so many people into its orbit and dragged on way too long. But as for me, there was one last thing I had to do. Oh yeah, getting your badge back? Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. What's the big idea? Big guy, want to tell us what we're all doing here? Huh? It just never ends. Mr. Edgeworth, your request has been processed and approved. Huh? Now what now? I asked for my prosecutor's badge to be reinstated. Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I'm returning it because I don't know if I want it right now. From this day forth, I am a prosecutor no longer. I still can't believe you did that for me. A certain man once said that to be an attorney is to be a defendant's most trusted ally, and that by believing in your client, the truth will make itself known. That man's image has been forever burned into my memory, as strongly as the vision of my father fighting in the courtroom. That's not gay at all. Good old Gregory. But that's his and my father's path. Mine lies elsewhere. Mr. Edgeworth? My path is that of the prosecutor. It always was. Well, then I guess that's that. I'm sorry. No, I dig it. Besides, I can tell by that look in your eye that your mind's made up. It is. Alrighty then, looks like our work together is diddly done. And I will never see you again. Just don't come crying to old Eddie if you change your mind. This club's now closed to new members. I understand. It's like, shit! I thought I could come back in like 40 years. Hey, Milester. Care to tell me why, at least? How come you're so dead set on popping the old prosecutor's hat back on? Well, you once asked me something, Fender. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you. One only you can answer. Welcome, Manfred von Karma! I've been thinking about that question ever since, about how I mean to live my life. And now that this case is over, I think I finally know the answer. I'm going to help people as a prosecutor. But can't you also do that as an attorney? Do I see heterochromia eyes? You do indeed. One pink, one purple. Look at it this way. Simeon Saint was also a victim of sorts. He lost his only parent all those years ago. And with it, his ability to believe in a just world. Also, Dad was a big old jerkaroony, but that's neither here nor there. To lose somebody so important to you, to lose faith in everything, to doubt everything and be utterly alone, to fight and fight and fight. All that I can do. Oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Ah, yes. And oh my god, Maximilian Galactica, hello! But I was lucky. Somebody was kind enough to save me from myself. We don't even see his face! Oh, come on! Rude. This this entire game pretends like Nick doesn't exist. Mr. Saint had nobody. Had no faith in the law. He felt that seeking revenge himself was the only option. I doubt even you imagined that the body double would go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No, I sure did it, and as all his witnesses around, no evidence was ever going to stand. He even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. Legal almost got away with it again. I want to help people like him. And how do you plan to do that? If he had been able to rely upon the law, none of this would have happened. Chairman of Winter made a mockery of justice, and in doing so, drove Mr. Saint away from seeking it. The law is only as good as its practitioners. It can be a shield that keeps the people safe from harm, or a sword wielded to wound them. Just one among many of the law's great contradictions. Oh, you can say that again. Oh, ad's supposed to kick in soon, but we're so close to the end, I'm just gonna push through rather than like take a break during the ads like usual, so thank you for bearing with me. The law is far from perfect. But one cannot solve such contradictions in the law without engaging with it. I don't think an attorney could have saved Mr. Saint. But a prosecutor, a custodian of the law? I think perhaps they could have. I plan to take up my badge again and confront those contradictions at every turn. Very Milesarino. I like it. You know, it won't be easy breezy though, right? Of course not. When is anything? Fighting the law itself? That's lawyering on hard mode. I understand that. But somebody has to do it. Oh, I don't doubt that. And if it has to be anybody, it should be you. Laws are like people, I guess. They gotta grow and change, adapt or perish, am I right? Dark, but valid. You're going to smash this. I just know it. After all, you're Gregory's boy through and through. And if there's one thing that man did not know how to do, it's give up. Eyes on the prize and straight on till sunset. That was his motto. Ah, yes. Eyes on the star and straight on until morning. Peter Pan. You know what? I saw that same determination on your face the second you mentioned taking up prosecutorian again. You know what's really grown and changed? Hate to be a great big cheese ball, but it's you. I only wish your dad was here to see it. He'd be proud as all get out. Fender, thank you. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if you're ready to begin, we can get the ceremony underway. Please. By the power vested in me by the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, I, Verity Gavel, do hereby, in the sight of the Almighty Goddess, reinstate Miles Edgeworth as a servant of the law. Yay! Alright, you're a prosecutor again! Best news I've heard all week, sir! Well, Mr. Prosecutor, I got a scoop. Your pops is going to want to know that his kid just signed up for the opposition a second time. Thank you again, Fender, for everything. Don't thank me yet. The next time you see me could be across the courtroom. And this face is a whole lot less roguishly charming when it's not on your side of the aisle. I would relish the opportunity to face an attorney trained by my father. I hope that day comes very soon. Alrighty, Fender rounds. There we go, starts Peachy again. Welcome back into the fold, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you, Judge Gavel. I owe you more than I could say. You do? You strove to right the wrongs of the committee from the inside. That must have been a lonely battle indeed. Not at all. I was never truly alone. That's right! You had the goddess of justice! Not her son, though. Thank you for teaching me that it's possible to fight in such a way. The contradictions within the committee are like those within the legal system itself. If we weren't able to overcome them, the real truth will forever evade us. I have you to thank for teaching me that, and for setting me on this path. I hereby swear to confront the contradictions that afflict the law, and to overcome them. And I thank you for your commitment to the cause, as does the Almighty Goddess. I truly believe that such efforts are necessary in order for the law to grow and improve. I look forward to seeing you in the courtroom again soon. We never will. As will I. You do not see the best of me when I last oversaw a trial. The next time will be different. I will show you what it means to serve justice with true impartiality. Judge Gavel, I don't mean to call your motivation into question. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? But, to my mind, the ideal judge is not wholly impartial. The ideal judge is human. Even in the courtroom, they laugh, they cry, they rage, they smile. And then, when all is said and done, they pass down a judgment based in that very humanity. I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but perfection isn't always the loftiest of ideals. And it's certainly not the only thing to strive for. Forgive me. This is my opinion, nothing more. You are right, of course. There are other ways. I thank you for sharing your insights. Mr. Edgeworth? There was another reason I was never truly alone during my long struggle against Chairman Winner. Someone else was with me. Someone other than the goddess. Ah yes, there's her kid. Of course, Sean! This clip gave me more courage than words can express. Simply having it near gave me hope. No matter how hard things get, no matter how formidable one's opponent, when we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going, no matter how hard the road ahead. Mistakes have been made, but we must fix them, for Sean's sake, more than anyone's. Like the mistakes made in the incident in which his father died. So you see, there is something more important even to me than the words of the goddess. Though it may anger her to hear me say such things. So that was your secret weapon all along, the strength of your bond with your son. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps I should not strive for unachievable perfection. But I must grow. As a servant of the law, and as a mother. That, I believe, above all else. I see. Seems that we both have plenty still to learn. Indeed, we are neither of us perfect yet. Let us continue along our chosen paths, and continue to grow as we tread them. Until we meet again, which never happens. I will look forward to that day. May the goddess watch over you as you embark upon the next step of your journey. I lost the title of prosecutor, but now I regained it, and in doing so, I have seen a new way forward, a new path for justice. You're going too fast! No matter how hard it might be, no matter what obstacles might arise, won't be to hide anyone who stands in my way, for whoever they may be, whatever they may say, I will lift and shout objection! Ugh. We did it, though! Yay! So, Chief, what kind of scoop we looking to land ourselves next, huh? Did I teach you nothing, knucklehead? We're journalists, ain't it? These are our stock in trade, our bread and butter. Don't just hand that stuff over, not even to your danged apprentice. So sorry, Chief. Guess I still got a whole bunch to learn, huh? Well, alrighty then. Better go track down some leads my own self. That's the spirit. You go get 'em, champ. Before you mosey on down the way. Mind, sharing what kind of leads them their leads might be? Huh? But, Chief, you... Come on now, I'm pretty much your editor, ain't I? Can't hold out on the boss. Oh, come on, Chief, that's cold. Do 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 do. Oops. Just a little blood. On the napkin holding the ice cream cone? My arm wound has yet to fully heal. The bodyguard who inflicted it was a skillful practitioner indeed. I shan't be forgetting him in a hurry. But never mind that now. Time to return to the life of a simple ice cream seller. Although I have been thinking that perhaps crepes would be more my speed. Well, no rush. I'm sure there will be time to ponder that matter before my next job comes in. Sure, you might have knocked me on my butt, wise guy, but I ain't for the count yet. I'll be keeping my guard up and looking for an opening. Ain't that right, Teddy? The second the bell rings for the next round of escapist shenanigans, we'll come out swinging. Till then, it's training, and more training! Maybe don't admit that out loud. You want to know if I'm still planning on becoming an animal stylist? Sure, I'm still studying every single day, still up to my elbows in mud. But I guess it suits me better than being a newspaper salesman. I plan to make it my new career when I finally get out of here. What's that? Is my release a few more years away? Now because I helped warn and look out? Why do you think I'm being so nice to the freaking animals? I don't care about the freaking license. I just want to get out of here. Why me? Damn. I was so shocked when I learned what Simeon had been up to this whole time. I trusted him. I was his boss. Still, can't sit around being sad forever, I guess. The show must go on. We can't let the magic department and the ventriloquy department get the better of us. We'll light up the stage and blow away the competition and all those awful memories with it. Oh my god. must have gotten soft in my old age, haven't I, boy? Yes, yes, I have. 18 years ago, I saved a life, and the troublesome child is still keeping me busy to this day. And now here we are, back in a cage. Well, we'll have company soon, at least one boy. Yes, our friend the pug. Things certainly won't be dull with him around. No, no, they won't. What dessert shall we eat? Chocolate cake, sticky sweet. Oh, so soft, fluffy and light. You'll be dreaming of it tonight. I'll always be waiting for you, Judy. And I'll come visit you every day, just like you and Eddie did when I was in here. We have so much to thank him and Mr. Edgeworth for. Most of all, the fact that I get to eat your delicious desserts again, Samson. And not just you. They gave me permission to keep providing sweet treats to everyone here. I guess spreading the gospel of candy making for all those years has finally paid off. Aw, good for him. Oh, hello, sweeties. Fancy seeing you. Here I owe you a great big thank you, you know. And dear old Greggy Peg like you, of course. After all, it's thanks to all of you that I can eat Sammy Poo-Poo's sweets again. I'm even thinking of making a lovely medicine out of them. Oh, I'm going to call it Snacker's Delight. It makes your stomach so small you can only eat snacks. What the fuck? That sounds like a very bad idea. Oh God, Larry. Man, I've met so many beautiful people now and drawn so many beautiful sketches. Clueless is the biggest fan of my new work, though. She took one look at my sketchbook and hit me over the head with it. Bam! Just like that. And, then she left. Guess that's one less beautiful person in my life now. So I've got a big decision ahead of me. Do I follow my art or follow my heart? By heart, I mean new girlfriend. You got that, right? Oh my God. Badster, the Badinator! Seriously though, thanks for the assist today, good buddy. You want me to talk about IS-7? I'll talk all day. Sounds like that Edgeworth kid is doing good work. Yeah, Mazzarino chose a different path from his old man in the end. A path that means we can't work together, but that won't stop me from looking in on him from time to time. You've come pretty far yourself. Holy macaroni! A compliment for Big Bad Detective Bad? Am I dreaming? Well, flattery will get you everywhere, old pal. You ever need a little fender magic, just say the word. Looks like they'll be letting me off a little easier than I thought for what I did. I guess because I told them I was kind of forced to do it. Ouch! Ain't no such thing as easy when it comes to crime, date, fool, child. Sorry, Grandma. I still feel awful about it, of course. But I'm just so glad I get to stay out here with you. What's that? You think we should be getting back to work? Nah, I guess you're right. Do 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 do. Science saves the day again, huh? Good thing I happen to be around, right? What if I do have to jump right back on a plane again and go back to Europe? All this flying around is gonna get tiring. Still, it's all part of becoming a first-class investigator. Guess I better get going. Oh, but if you ever need me, just say the word, okay? I'll come running. You know I will. Francisca! Great one's father, the greater the pressure to be great. But useless winner, was it? He has chosen his own path now, and he will be tested. Just as I was. Miles Edward chose to live as a prosecutor over how his own father lived. That, too, is a valid answer to the question we've all had to wrestle with. Damn, Francesca dropping the wise advice right at the end. My father hid a secret, bore a burden I could only have imagined. I thought only of my family name. He thought of so much more. He thought of our entire nation. I mean, to carry on that legacy, to fulfill his last great wish. Even if our president was an imposter, even if the real president is long dead. Even if it takes all my effort and all my men's effort, Shen Fa will rise again! Can't wait for you to see it. Uh-oh. I gave up on the whole the winner thing. Told everybody to stop calling me that. Shing! Because I didn't win. My dad did it all for me. I'm going to start again from scratch. I won't let what he did ruin everything. Pretty soon I'll be better than him. And better than Edgeworth. So watch out! Now first order of business, get a new nickname. Eventful to say the least, but we got it done and the movie's going down great. I think the murder stories in the gossip magazines might have helped. Big Bad Man emerges from Big Bad Pole. Revealed the true face of monster behind Zenfire President murder plot. Huh? Wait, this is a picture of you, Mr. Powers. What? But why? Hey, it's not so bad after all. I don't think people come and see the movie, right? Yeah, I guess. Oh. I very much enjoyed the movie, Sean. It's nothing. It wasn't even a big part. The boy who befriended both Torosaurus and Gordy, they don't come any bigger than that. And it was a role you were born to play. You think? Well, it would be cool to be in the sequel, I guess. And I kind of like acting. Hey, can we pick something up before we head back? I want to get some lion lilies. For my dad, of course. And I will buy some too. For Amelie. Aww. Good luck, Sean! We hope to see you on the big screen as an adult too. And he's back in his office. Woo! It's been a busy few days, huh, sir? Unbelievably so. How did so many important cases all come along at once? There's never a dull moment when I'm around. Guess I'm just lucky that way. Wait, so all that stuff happened because of you? No, Gummy, how could you say that? And yet, I don't think the good detective is entirely wrong. Well, okay, what now? Will you be returning to your thieving practice? Yeah, good question. What? I'm not sure. How do I put this? I guess I feel like I've been trying to follow in my father's footsteps this whole time, you know? Trying to become a great thief just like he was. The Yatagarasu. Or a Yatagarasu, at least. But, watching how this all panned out for you, Mr. Edgeworth, it got me thinking that maybe I need to get out from under his shadow and live my own life, too. Just like how you decided not to do the whole attorney thing. It's time to make our own fate. She's right. After all, nothing thrives in the shade. I mean, some plans do. I'm going to be my own hero. That sounds like an admirable plan indeed. I won't be giving up the name, though. Can't not be the Yatagarasu, right? Whatever name you pick, you'll always be K to us, K. You'll always be a hero. Aw, thanks, Gummy. You'll always be my Gummy, too. You bet I will. And I'll be doing my detective thing just as hard as always. So I'll be counting on you, sir. Yes, and I'll be counting on you too, detective. Just as I have been counting on you these last few days, you've helped us out too many times to mention. I think your next salary review may come as a pleasant surprise. The one time in the series Gumshoe gets a raise. Huh? Huh? Wait, you mean... What's the matter? I'm saying I'll see to it that you get paid a little more, detective. You will? This is unbelievable! No way! Go Gummy! It's like a dream come true. Like it better leaves the noodle life behind. But don't think I'll be letting you rest on your laurels. Your work won't be getting any easier. I hope you understand that. Yes, sir! Understood, sir! I'll give you everything I got. Just you wait and see. Bender and Judge Cavell set me on a new path, an extra 25 cents per hour. Hey, that does add up to quite a bit, depending on what his hourly rate is. Like, it doesn't end up being a huge amount, but, like, a few... It's at least a few extra dollars, right? It's an extra couple bucks a day. A path on which I will face down every contradiction that the law has to present. A path at whose end lies the ultimate truth. I know, Pep, me too. My cats are like, you were supposed to feed us 2 hours ago! And now they're trying to eat the paper bag. But can I really do this? I need to give it some serious thought. It certainly won't be easy, nonetheless. Mr. Edgeworth? There was another reason I was never blah 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 blah. Someone else was with me, someone other than the goddess. If he's thinking about Nick, I swear to frickin' God. Oh, we feel we are alone. Blah, 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 blah. Flashback to a conversation that happened 5 minutes ago. Strength of my bones. Oh, I almost forgot. What? What is it? I was trying to find out the members from my Yatagarasu team, right? I do vaguely remember something about that. Never even found a single one. We were going to be unstoppable in our quest to steal the truth. So much for that little pipe dream. Ah, you're kidding, right? You already have a team. A team that can solve any case the world gives to throw at it. Huh? Yeah, I guess I do. The prosecutor, the detective, and the great thief. Yep, just like the original Yatagarasu trio. I can't help feeling a little sorry for the truth in that case. As long as the three of us stick together, we got nothing to fear, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, nothing at all. My father followed his own path, right to the end. And now, I follow a path of my own making, too. But, not alone. I have some colorful companions to help me. As long as they're beside me, I won't lose my way. Don't lose your way in the dark. We can be as one. But they're not as separate as they may seem. Though the routes differ, the destination is the same. Because, of course, both end at the truth. Nice! Da-da-da! Yahoo! The end, the end! Originally, we were gonna finish the game tomorrow, but since we decided to do it today, we can move on to Apollo Justice! At last, I've been waiting. Because I want to... Those of y'all who don't know what's coming, I wanted you guys to see the kooky cast of characters and the twists and turns that have been happening. For now, do 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 do. Who am I gonna send us to? Who am I gonna send us to? Meep's playing Phasmophobia. Sure, why not? Why not? I gotta get ready for bed. I can't be picky. Alrighty. Here's a raid. Here's Discord. And here's merch if you're feeling fancy. Alrighty. I will see you guys tomorrow for a different kind of Ace Attorney. For now, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for the follows. Thank you guys for coming along for the slightly later than usual stream. My god, it was still 3.5 hours. Ah! Alrighty. That's it for me. If it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourself, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat a good food. High Ranger, we're just wrapping up. Thank you for popping back in. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.